podcast chegou by Quietly and co-Steve. As always, we're here for our Hall of Fame reporter, Peter Over. Now, back up. Jump up and move it that time. Some solid defense from the free. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to All-Star grade in 2024. All thank you. And the other day, says it all, doesn't it? Players hit well already. Right back there, man. Becoming an elite competitive people fear almost instant. That's the free. That's the top one free. A fantastic ball, and he can zoom out up there just for the camera time. And this is my way back with your dolphin. There he is, our set, very clever. And I will come up for Mendon. Next. Down the free ball. Drop back to range. Wembanyama has that rare ability at the center spot. Going on near goes and lets it go. And there was no time to get those 3 points back. And Carroll, right shot. Back to Rush. Offloaded Stars answers for shots out. They're setting the tone with an aggressive move to the right, and then where's the help defensively? Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Now here's free, stolen by Bender. They line up the look here for White, cleans the three-pointer. And they don't want to get in the habit of getting it open looks for three. First quarter strip, but not anymore. And a wide-open shot for Reddish. Three one side. There's the screen. Pass to Reddish. 4 on the shot clock. Drives to the hoop. Right for 3. Rebound by Paul Bender. There's no mistakes there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get that fast. Now, here's Bender. Up to the lane. Beyond the arc. Bender, no good. White with the run. He takes it in. A free from Wembanyama. And he's good on a free ball. Wembanyama's got 6 points. And I like Wembanyama's aggressive offense because defenses feel helpless to say. Bender with the bucket. It's such a sweet 3-point stroke here. It can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces it on the edge to have to step out on the perimeter. And that's a special play coming from the one top. No, this bastard can take a back seat for that number. Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. Here's for me. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Reddish. Wembanyama outside. Now, here's Bender. 2 free throws coming up and then quality shots up. Here's Bender. Versus has so many good attributes for his size. Build, he can lead fast, but he can see what his guys will now with these guys. And the basketball court. Oh, such a field shot there, the float. Wembanyama outside. And it's Wembanyama with the 10. Watch out. And the ball goes on about and flashes to my right. They can play it 2 for 1 here, but it'd be the right move, I believe, right now. Pass to Mandela. Here's Welsh. Wembanyama, a screen. Shot blocked fine. Right for 3. Rebound by Banker. Stolen by 3. To the wing on the left. Back to right. And still at full speed. After the first quarter, 7-4. Up 3. After this round, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. And they're just giving us a pretty even game for the first quarter. Broncos will take out the whole team so far. And in that first quarter, they look to push in transition at every opportunity. Yet they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be. Here's the infield. A special move before the shot. Bankero's that's right. And great work inside. This is where Bankero feasts. The lead with a clean one. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bankero inside. Off target at the rim. The first overall pick, instead we have seen this kid 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive is his passing skill. Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came to the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor, attack basket, hit the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates. What a great answer. 1, 2. And we're all up on Monday, I think, the second quarter. Wembanyama on one side. Here's Welsh. Don't miss that time, but put it up. Right. That's the board. With the 3. Close it from outside. He outside. Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night. Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found it. And he's loved to see a guy disciplined like this. Man, how about the football and body positioning of Banchero makes him so tough to be on that road. The defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively. Banchero puts you out there and tough hunter. I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he could hit, and there wasn't much resistance here. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes left. And the whistle blows on the backcourt timeouts and get over that. And the timeout called by Michael Malone. Wants to improve and go over the strategy. Here's White. Full-time friendship. And it's White missing. Well, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste. Banchero with the screen. Here's White. They pick up the lead. Gotta be something. Banchero outside. 6 to shoot. They corner. That's it now, and it's quick making way for lead. Man, that's a pure also break into the offensive glass for the tipper. And this kind of quality is seen in any strong offensive line operator. They did that. They came out to right. As the rule, for free, rebound by Paulo Banquero. They're all open look like that. He's very gifted at nifty, and weak coverage there. And the ball goes out of bounds. That's right for me. Quarterback should have been performance play. Banquero plays the double team. It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. That's right for me. On the deflection and good job disrupting their offense. Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end. Snatch up. That's right. It's Banquero. This is looking for the first half of basketball. And here's Rick. Outside for Mandanyama. Mandanyama, what a release on the three. And Mandanyama is connecting from deep. His talent is right. This is how special talent is. Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Banquero. To the left side lane. Stolen by Kareem. 1 second, separating the shot clock and deep. Let's it go from deep. His first miss now, 3 of 4 for the field. Here's Rick. Outside for Mandanyama. Mandanyama can be lethal from the front. Once again, Columbia with the massive issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this game can stop him when he wants. And the Cubs game so far for the first 2 quarters have 3 reach halftime. Top 2. We got orange door for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we played in the first half of the game. It's been fairly even so far. Here's Rick. Here's Lawson for the win. And here we go. Fast break and then launch that. There's been no sign of mix up in the fourth quarter. Here's Black. There's Ferrarish. And then the ball runs. A key possession. Lawson. Just 5 on the clock. After for the ball in. And it's blocked. Forward with it. And the ball fires the second half pistol. Fast break, here we go. Watch it go to the 3. Here's Hamilton. And there's the shot that they finish it off. Tremendous job on the glass and hitting it with force. And Rick, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays. Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice bump to finish you off. And that would be different from coming up officials on the field at the fall. It's going to be on 10 minutes. This is what I love about his fearless attitude and that ability to walk out. I'll be on the second first. Well, this is unfortunate, but he's got managers to put them ahead. Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you running effective team offense. Pass it for the volley. Here's one more. Here's the screen. Uses blast with his oil. And the right beast inside because of his power and ability. With it, huge opposite. And he's far from hard on that shot, but he's ambitious to get up the points at the lines. With this first triple action, he's off on the first. And that took coming up empty. Listen back. Looks anticipating the gas tunnel. Here's Durability. Plays it from beyond the arc. Always playing himself forward with the triple his first master of the day. Gas a bit more. A little under 2 minutes combat here in the third. A free. Hands it from downtown. Memoirs gets 6 serious work. 19 baskets, only for memory and EuroCup. It's amazing. And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. That's what I do right here. Here's Ellison. At the elbow with Reddish. That one's good, Ellison. Third quarter guys, and this is game. Neck and neck. Both teams keep it down defensively as that one's back at 8 lead changes this far. At the elbow, Whitmore. At the counters. Pass to Ellison. Ellison with the rebound. The inside. And stolen by Whitmore. 3 on 3. Now, Kulaboli. Here's Ellison. Under the layup. On this game up the play on the third. In the middle. Here's Spot. Pass to O'Donovan. They set the pick. Another shot. And the triple falls for it. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Kulaboli. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Whitmore. A putback. Tight possession there. They stay with it, but they just couldn't make it. And they're moving up. On the lane, Kulaboli. And it's Whitmore with a rebound. And we're on the break. Not Chalmers. It's rebounded by Kulaboli. Well, give credit to the defense for playing the ball. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim. Yeah, for Reddish. Right outside the arc. 3 quarters of play in the first game. Leading by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And the 3 quarters behind us is like the fourth quarter that is still anybody's ballgame. Here's White. And a walk forward. About to collect the determination. They get poised for the essential qualities they have. Lead and existing. It's nobody foul. And they pull the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And so it's all team. They lead by 6, the biggest marker. There's Moore. Takes in the tray. Well, those go down for him and he's slick. Wembanyama asleep. Fires for 3. And Ellison pulls it out. Here's Baker. Athletic there, that would have pushed the lead double digits. Yeah, for Reddish. In for the win. And Reddish with this one. no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities. And that dealership will go away quickly if he doesn't quit. And he'll spend it. With 2 dogs right, shot clock at 6. Pass the 3, right to right. And carefully pulls it out. There's a whistle for one, 44. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter. Fareed outside. There's a whistle symboling 44. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Bad Joe. Right touch the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the left wing. And this is what Montero needs to keep improving. People see him working hard on deep. There's the 3. And Joe with the ball. There's a good screen. Back to 3. Over Wembanyama. 3 over. From past the arc. The shot from Wembanyama no good. Still back to Reed. And now with that spike, Van Kuren with the ball. This whistle's gonna go on Corey Moore. This is his third foul of the game. And the next one puts him in a ball. Just a little over 2.5 minutes of gas now in the fourth. Pass to Wembanyama. Pocket 6. 3-quarter White. At the screw-up. 3. Wembanyama outside. There's the pick. Now here's Rivers. Launches a 3. Here's 3. And finally they hit one. And you can just see by the way he fought through the back that he's no doubt a lot of gas in the tank. Well, that's all the guy left. No one but he put things right now. And he's clearly willing to fight for it. Right for 3. He had all 3. And the last shot is at the 1. They should be taking it in one to make this comeback out. And then Montero turns it up. He could be a factor at the defensive end. The post and stolen by White. To the left wing. And the use of it. The shot's good from Fareed. Well, the defense paid out. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest that ball. Wembanyama looking it over. Wembanyama a screen. And it's White missing. 59 seconds to fly here in the fourth. Now here's Montero. 3 with it. Picked up on Montero. 3 no good. And now Montero pushing it up and holds it to stop him. And for these big moments, for these college fans, Montero's heartbeat should stay low here. Let's get out to Fareed. And Joe outside. And they recover. They're all in from the offensive glass right now. right. Here's more. Cool. And show me the commitment at all. I'm confident.
NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
And here's Banchero. The kick out to right. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Fareed goes in. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Right outside. Fareed left side. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. That one goes. Count it.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
A wide open look here for Wright. From outside, off the mark. Fareed outside. Puts up a deep three. That one doesn't go. Wright looking around. Pass to Bender. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Bender with the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Bender with it, and it's Reddish picking him up. And the foul on Cam Reddish.
Second team
That's foul number 2 for him. The visitors with the ball. 4-point game. To the middle. Pass to Bender. Clock at 4. Over Fareed. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Fareed goes in, and the layup's good off the glass.
And really, there is no off switch for the Manimal. He is always looking for those kind of opportunities to drive inside like he did there.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And the three ball is good.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
Wembanyama outside. Shoots the three. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kicks it out to Banchero. And Fareed has it in the corner. And here comes the break. Right outside. Pass to Fareed. Here's Wembanyama. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 1:57 left to play in the first. Screen by Fareed. For the three. Drains the three-pointer.
Still something Fareed is working on from that spot and that range, but there, he buries it.
Pass to Banchero. Fareed outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Fareed's got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And it's Banchero missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Banchero. Still scoreless. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bender. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Here's the break. Here's Fareed. Rejected by Banchero. .44 seconds left here in the first quarter. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Right with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so Wright nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level. Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Now Reddish. Still without a basket. A wide open look here for Wright. Carries it from three-point range. 5 seconds left to play here in the first. The 3 buries the long-range jumper.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Pass to Banchero. Now Bender. The tray. Offensive rebound. Here's Wright. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And here's Reddish. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Wright outside. Over Brewer. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Pass to Bender. Lets the 3 fly. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It made you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
They grab their own miss. Here's Fareed. Another shot. He lays it in.
And it's Fareed.
Fareed's got 5 now.
And really no amount of defense is going to keep Fareed from finishing off the shot, looking totally focused on that basket.
A 3 from Wembanyama. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. No good on the quick 3. Fareed outside. Out to the right wing. Screen by Fareed. Here's Bender. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Banchero, that's good.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot
Banchero, that's good.
Banchero.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Wembanyama outside. Pass to Reddish. Over in the corner, Banchero. Off target from outside.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted. How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Outside for Wembanyama. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Bender with a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Bender's got 16.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
They get the rebound. Beyond the arc. Cans it from downtown. Bender's got 19 points.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Good on the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
A three from Wembanyama. Kenneth Faried pulls it in.
Ball is turned over. Substitution on the court.
Chalmers outside. Pass to Whitmore. And stolen by Wright. Here's Brewer. A three-pointer off the mark. And they're moving it up. Here's Koulibaly. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, when no one's on you, great shot there.
Pass to De Silva. Launches a three. Drills the three-pointer. De Silva's got his first 3 points of the game. Three-pointer. Now here's Bender. This one for three. Over Koulibaly. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
With the score.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
The visiting team.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's De Silva. On the wing, Koulibaly. Off target with his three. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And he's good on the three ball.
Abdul-Rahim.
You don't see the three from Abdul-Rahim very often, but this time he's able to knock it down.
In the corner, it's Whitmore. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
From downtown, the shot's good from Faried. Faried's got 11 points.
And you really like to see Faried making the shot and expanding his range just a little bit.
Ellison, no good.
UD giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Wembanyama, a screen. Pass to Faried. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. He's got 14.
It seems as if Faried is hitting from anywhere on the floor right now. He's taking mostly good shots and burying them.
It's good from long range.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch. He shot a lower than average volume here tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped the team build the lead.
Puts it up. It's stolen. And here's the fast break. Reddish's shot is good.
You can't back off of Reddish. He's going to let it rip.
Here's Wright. He's got 5. Chipped away. And the wide open shot from Reddish. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And they're running. Here's Banchero. No good again that time.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Fareed, right side. The deep 3 from Wembanyama. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
How about the range? Wembanyama has that rare ability at the center spot.
Reddish with the ball. He has yet to score. Fareed looking for an opening. 5 on the clock. And right, here we go. And he can't jam it through. Pass to Coulibaly. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Offensive rebound. Here's Black. The second chance effort. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board. Over to the left wing. Reddish. No good from outside. Fires from deep. Abdul Rahim can't hit.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And there's the foul. It's on Coulibaly. That's his first foul.
On the court.
Here's Whitmore. Launches it. Rebounded by Fareed.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Took him no time at all on that one. Banchero's got 10 points in the game.
And wow, look at the quickness there from Banchero getting the shot up in a hurry.
Connects from three-point range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Oh, that was something else.
Defensive foul.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. To the left wing. Here's Whitmore. And the 3 off target. With the teardrop. Doesn't go for him. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already.
39.
Delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Now here's Wright. And stolen by Chalmers. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here we go. Stolen by Chalmers. Coulibaly with it. Out guarded by Bender. Here's Whitmore. Right wing. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The visitors on defense. And now here comes Wright leading the break. Here's Bender. knocks down the three ball. Bender's got 30.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
The kick out to Fareed. Right outside. Drops in the tray.
Along right.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
For three. Pass to Brewer. Kicks it out to Banchero. From past the arc. They shoot again. Here's Bender. And it goes out of bounds following the shot.
Substitution on the court.
And here is Wright. It's taken away by Brewer. There's the triple. They get it back. Fareed, left side. Lets it go with the three. The kick out to Wright. Bangs home the trifecta.
Right.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Here's Bender. Wembanyama with the rebound. Fareed, right side. They need this. Nailed from three-point land.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Here's Reddish. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Over to the wing. Here's Bender. Hits the three-point bomb. Bender's got 6 in the quarter.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
There's the three. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Pass to Fareed. And it's Banchero top the key. Stolen by Bender. Brewer with the ball. Now Wright defending. Here's Fareed. That three off the mark. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And it's Wright missing. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And a wide open shot from Reddish. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Well, he's just got such a nice, easy release on the three ball. Reddish not looking rushed.
Banchero outside. Goes back up. Here's Bender. And it's off from three-point range. And stolen by Wright. Takes a three. Rebounded by Fareed. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Fareed sends it back.
Gotta love the vertical leap from Fareed. Shooters, beware.
Wright looking around. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes the three. Fareed, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Banchero. And nothing is falling for him right now. Now, Reddish. Here's Wembanyama for three. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
That one misses.
3 shots.
And he nails the third. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A resounding victory for...
basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well.
Here we go.
Here's Daniels. Driving in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
Here's Wright. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
There's the three. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Wembanyama. Fires the three.
Oh, he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Outside for Wembanyama. There's the triple. He drops it from range.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The three from Ayton. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
Pass to Reddish.
Home team foul. Tyson Daniels. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Wright. Outside Reddish. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Banchero. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Here's Daniels. Uses the glass on the layup. Daniels has got his second basket.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot. What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Here's Wright. Rips it home off a terrific move.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Over to the left wing. Outside Coulibaly. Out to the right wing. Here's Mobo. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Banchero. Back to Reddish. Fires for 3. Mobo with the rebound. In transition. Pass to Coulibaly. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Banchero outside. Fires from deep. Sinks it from distance. It's a tie ball game.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Back to Ayton. Wembanyama with some nice D.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Wright. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wright's got 6 points.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Irving. Fareed grabs the board. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
And that's some athleticism on display as Cam Reddish gets to the rim.
Irving looking around to stop the run. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Banchero. Wembanyama, high post. All alone on the break. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, amazing. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Right outside. What if it goes? He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. They're up by... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Here's Chalmers. There's a screen. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Chalmers. Coulibaly defending. 5 on the clock. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Wembanyama's got 5 points. Here's Irving. And he drives in. And Irving powers it home.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Pass to Fareed. Outside for Wembanyama. Let's go with a 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Here's Daniels. They set a pick. And here's Ayton. Coulibaly on the wing. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta. Coulibaly's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Outside Irving. The 3 ball. Counted from distance. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the 3-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama, so comfortable inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Pass to Irving. Back to Coulibaly. Here's the break. Here's Wemby. Ooh, Ayton with the block. And here they come. Coulibaly up top. Pass to Irving. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance. Irving's got 8 points.
That's one of the best 3-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Pass to Fareed. Here's the 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
I'm not sure who is supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous laps there defensively.
Outside Irving. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And there's the screen. Pass to Wembanyama. That one's good from the corner. Wembanyama's got 6 here in the quarter.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Now here's Coulibaly. Here's Daniels. Launches it. It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Whitmore. 1:10 left in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ellison. Knocks down the long J. Ellison's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pass to Ellison. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Lets the 3 fly. Ellison. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Pass to Coulibaly. There's a screen. And he jams it home with authority.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Kamari. For 3, Covington. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The visitors with the ball. They trail by 3. They set the pick. Here's Whitmore. Pass to Ellison. Uncovered. And he knocks the jumper down.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size, with that kind of touch, that is money.
Outside Covington. Here's Ellison. Shot clock at 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Ellison's got 7 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Pass to Shepherd. Here's Chalmers. Here's Kamari. No points so far. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara, he'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
Left side, Whitmore. Here's Ellison. And he slams it in one-handed.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. There's a screen. Here's Ellison. And he banks in the layup. Ellison's got 4 points in the quarter.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Shepherd. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Shepherd's got his first bucket in this one.
I'm not sure why they aren't going to him more. He's scoring the ball so well.
Pass to De Silva. Now Coulibaly. To the middle. De Silva, no good. Here's Ellison. 9 points in the game. Here's Kamari. Fires the three. Drains the triple.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Outside Whitmore. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Whitmore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Chalmers. Three-pointer off the mark. Outside Whitmore. Pass to Chalmers. This one for 3. Connects from downtown.
3 points.
Chalmers has got 5 points. .119 left in the third. To the left side wing. Here's Ellison. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
UD giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Pass to Ellison. He puts up a 3. Chalmers with a rebound. 52 seconds left in the third quarter here.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Intercepted. .26 seconds left in the third. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Whitmore outside. Here's Ellison. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Substitution on the court.
Right outside. Here's Fareed. Oh, that's offensive interference. 8 seconds left in the third. Outside Irving. Hayden with a screen. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
A huge three allows them to snatch the lead heading into the final quarter.
That can. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And timeout is called by Michael Malone. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Michael Malone was going over with his team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Momo, and he paddles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
To the inside, Koulibaly. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Banchero. And Caro delivers inside.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Pass to Koulibaly. minutes off the clock here in the fourth.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Right outside. And there's a pick. The kick out to Banchero. From distance, Paolo.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Irving for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. And they're on the break. Here's Reddish. Pass to Fareed. Six to shoot. Second chance effort. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's what the defense gets for allowing Fareed to get room there to throw it down. He's one of the hardest working players in the game.
Daniels misses.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside Wembanyama. They set the pick. Pass to right. Wembanyama scanning the floor. And Aiden pulls it down. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Mobo. Here's Daniels. Knocks down the triple.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Outside for Wembanyama. Got a piece of it. Here's Fareed. Outside Wembanyama. From downtown, Wemby showing off the range.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Back to Daniels. Takes the three, and the three-pointer goes. Daniels has got 6 in the quarter.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Pass to Fareed. Then Carroll the screen. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. And a missed layup. Irving for three. That one's good. 7 for 10 now. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
First team foul.
1:15 left in the fourth. Pass to Wembanyama. Drives to the hoop. Oh! Wembanyama with the throwdown.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Aiden with a screen. Outside Irving. Inside. Daniels. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Mobo.
Timeout, timeout.
The home team calls timeout.
Coming onto the floor for the away team.
All by himself.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Outside Coulibaly. Back to Wembanyama. Outside Coulibaly. Misses the three. Coulibaly on the wing. Back to Aiden. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here's Fareed. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Fareed. Mobo with the rebound. On the wing, Irving. He buries it from 3. Irving's got 20.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Here's Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Mobo.
2 minutes.
Back to Daniels. Here's Mobo. Outside for Irving. Launches a 3. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Pass to Koulibaly from the arc. And Aiden pulls it down.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Fareed. From outside the arc. Doesn't go that time. 55 seconds left in OT. Here's Mobo. And here's Aiden. Outside Irving. The 3. And they get it back. On the wing, Daniels. Outside Koulibaly. 5 to shoot. Here's the pick. From behind the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And the foul on Cam Whitmore. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
16 seconds left in the OT period.
Team foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Here's Wright.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level. They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level. This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory.
Basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting.
Here we go.
Fareed outside. Teardrop shot. And the layup is up and in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And here's Daniels. Right side Irving. And Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Now here's Wright. Wright sets a screen. Back to Banchero. Lock at 6. Fires the 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Inside. Back to Daniels. Pass to Ayton. Launches a 3. Here's Daniels. Koulibaly with it. He's covered by Banchero. Ayton a screen. Three-pointer, Daniels. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Three-pointer right. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Daniels. And he dunks it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. Right for 3. Mobo with the rebound. Now Irving. Lets it go with the 3. Kept alive. Tries again. And that one drops for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Hands it from downtown.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Here's Daniels. 5 points in the game. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the left side wing. Wembanyama outside. Right outside. Koulibaly with it. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Mobo. Second chance shot. On the wing, Koulibaly trains the three-pointer.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And the wide open shot from Reddish. A three-pointer off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
A nice shot by Irving.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Daniels. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Here's Mobo. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
Pass to Coulibaly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Leading by 9. And back with the start of the second. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Ayton in the corner. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Coulibaly drills the three-pointer.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Bangs home the trifecta.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And it's Ayton missing. On the wing, Coulibaly. They get it again. Right from outside, Julius Erving comes up with the rebound. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Erving. 10 points for him. Three-pointer. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Intercepted. Pass to Erving. There's the pick. The trade. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And finished off by Wright.
Well, DeLon Wright taking advantage of that handle and that slithery ability to get through traffic. What a pretty drive.
Here's Daniels. Outside Erving. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Erving's got 9 points in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Daniels. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Three-pointer right. Rebound, Julius Erving.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Sinks the triple. Daniels has got 12 in the game.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
To stop the run. Coulibaly, no good. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
They set the screen. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And here's Chalmers for three. Rebounded by DeAndre.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Launches it from deep. And it's rebounded by Dr. J, Julius Erving. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. And here's the fast break. Here's Ellison. Off target from three-point range. As they've been difficult to stop lately.
Yeah, and this run could stretch out that lead even more.
Daniel from outside. That one doesn't drop. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now Shepard. Chalmers outside. There's a screen. Sinks the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
For the three, it's good from long range. Chalmers has got 6 in the quarter.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Delivering the blowout. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And here's Covington from the arc. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Shot clock at 5. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now, here's Chalmers. Scoreless thus far. And that one's good, Whitmore.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul.
First team foul.
And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And here's Chalmers for 3. Ellison with the rebound. Puts up a 3, and it's Mario Chalmers with the 3.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Chalmers outside. Pass to Ellison. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Whitmore with it. From downtown. Hits it from three-point range. Whitmore's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. Kicks it out to Covington. Stolen by Chalmers. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Drills the baseline jumper. Whitmore's got 7 points in the game.
An old school shot from Whitmore. There is still some value in that mid-range.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
There's the pick. Here's De Silva. The rebound by Shepard.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Covington's shot is off. And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard on them. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense. And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Whitmore up top. Fires, high post. No good off the front iron. Here's Kamare. Offensive rebound. The second chance effort. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Chalmers outside. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. Outside, Covington. Pass to Kamare. Shoots the 3. For 3. Now Shepard. Here's Ellison. From beyond the arc. It's not going to go for him. Koulibaly with it. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Kamare.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And here is Chalmers. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Shepard. Here's Covington. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Right with it. He's picked up by Irving. Back to Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Three-pointer, Daniels. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Ayton a screen. Nobody near Irving. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got 19 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on. Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Here's Koulibaly. They get it back. Takes the three. Banchero grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one's good. Right.
Well, DeLon Wright has proven he's a three-level scorer. You want to concede the mid-range, he's more than willing to take it.
Koulibaly, no good. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Irving for three. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Banchero. No good with the triple. Here's Koulibaly. The three. Good on the three-point shot.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc. A key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
.151 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pulls up. And it's Banchero missing. They set the pick. And Irving launches it from deep. Wembanyama with the rebound. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Daniels from outside. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor. That was a big one. You could hear it.
And sometimes the silence of a crowd can speak volumes.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Reddish. Wright sets a screen. And here's Reddish. He's covered by Irving. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
.58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. They get it back. Irving looking over the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
3 points.
Excellent awareness from DeAndre Ayton. I love him setting up his teammates.
Pass to Reddish. Shot to stop the run. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And here's Daniels. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was